talk a bit about the regional level and also just across Africa. You were speaking just before about trade and integration and some of the economic changes that are happening across the continent or within the region to support more trade. So tell us a bit about that, and what do you think will be the repercussions and the outcomes of those sorts of integration?
So that's a very good question, and I think that's a big focus now for the youth and the young leaders to identify opportunities and to connect them into great leadership roles. Now, the East African community has over 150 million base of business. So the intertrade between this group of countries and the tripartite agreement that's in discussion now. So the future for the leaders is seeing a supermarket power coming of 28 countries. This is a combination of East African community, SADC and COMESA countries. And this will enable a lot of intertrade, meaning that manufacturing will increase, there'll be free movement of people, there'll be one currency, one passport. So the aspirations to develop this market power is going to be a big opportunity for entrepreneurship from the young leaders starting their organizations, be it IT companies, be it distribution companies, for companies like Bitco Africa, for other great corporates. So they are able to go into entrepreneurship where they can export and they can have intra-Africa trade. The business is in billions of dollars, and everything now is going to online sales, more into the digital space where the youth are excellent and they are very savvy in that technology space. So if we're able to grow the intra-Africa trade, Africa is a great market. I mean, Africa market will be over 1 billion people in the next few years. So how do these all demand of goods and services are going to be identified and then converted by corporates employing the right great leaders? At the same time, these young leaders are starting their own organizations to increase trade. Trade can be also increments of tourists. So tourists is also going to, within the Africa environment. So if tomorrow the US or France or European countries say, we're giving a travel advisory for our people not to travel to Kenya, Kenya is still getting a lot of tourists from within the East Africa or the wider Africa community. So Africa can depend on each other. There's a high demand for food. And agriculture is going to transform this continent. It's worth trillions of dollars annually, and this is the space that also the youth and young leaders need to go into agribusiness. And agribusiness can mean they can produce food, run large farms, manage multi-farms, small acres, farmers to come together and they consolidate into a group, sign contracts which large organizations like Bitco Africa today would like young leaders to grow sunflower, maize, wheat, soya. All this is guaranteed pricing, all this is collected from the farms, and all this is opportunity for them to make money, and the corporate is developing agriculture. So the youth are actually contributing to the development of agriculture in Kenya.
Yes, that's amazing. And I think one of the things you've said about travel and agriculture, those are the emerging industries and emerging markets that especially young people should be positioning themselves to take advantage of. And maybe you can tell me what are the other industries that you think, looking into the future, young people should really keep an eye on, should really be getting skills in those areas. So maybe travel. We know that travel, I think these days there's been a lot more encouragement of traveling within Kenya. You're also a board director at Brand Kenya.
Sure.
Yeah, so you can tell us a bit about the travel and some of the industries for the future.
I like that question because for me Kenya is a very special market and a great country with so much attractiveness and great people, and there's always repeat tourists coming into the country because for the love of the real experience of Kenya. If you look at the opportunities are going to be in multiple industries, but they are very much going to be technology driven. However, people and the skills of people and the connections of people is going to be in greater demand. While you're going to see artificial intelligence coming in, you're going to see more digital communication, more technology tools and platforms are going to change the whole business working environment, working style. You're going to be very swift, and consumers are going to be more powerful, will be well more informed. But the opportunities are going to be in the tourism industry, in the travel industry, as you rightly said. Again, there's going to be a lot of opportunity in the IT space. A lot of people coming out of university with good technology degrees are going to get some great jobs. And then the most exciting is going to be in the sales and marketing space. I mean, this is where revenue generation is coming in. We need great leaders to come in and do the demand creation. That's all about, your digital marketing, creating big brands, innovation, technology. So any degree that's going to lead into business management, those are opportunities that are going to connect. Again, if you look at the travel business, certification around the travel industry is huge. Manufacturing is going to be big. Lots of goods and services are going to be produced. But to get into the market, the swift strategy of going to the market is going to be done by young leaders.
Yes.
And these young leaders are going to contribute a lot towards growing markets across Kenya. So internationally, I would like the young leaders to look at their landscape of working in South Africa, working in Dubai, working in Zambia, working in Uganda. So the opportunities of employment and entrepreneurship is going to be intra-Africa.
Yes.
And then, of course, connecting Africa to the rest of the world is another platform and another next level for the young leaders.
Yes.